All right, today we are talking about the 10 rules for building a scalable, calm, and effective business. These really are principles that every visionary CEO should know. My name is Katie Toscano, and I am a fractional COO and your operations partner. And I partner with those visionary CEOs who are ready to scale their business, get their operations handled, and maybe aren't quite ready to invest in a full-time employee. That's where I come in. I help you to design, build, implement, and ultimately get your operations running smoothly while you are scaling your business and spending your time where you need to spend it. So, what we're talking about today is something that, my almost 20 years of experience tells me that firms need to have in mind as they are ready to take their operations, transform them, and be ultimately able to scale and grow the business. And so, this might make sense to you if you have been struggling to really get your scalability ready to go. You've been struggling to not just onboard new team members, but really even to have an effective team who's clear on what they're doing in the day to day. Or maybe you have clients who you're struggling to get everything out to them on time, or you are even struggling with where you're at in the process. These are things that you need to know as you begin to really build out your operations to be exactly what you need it to be really strong, to be that foundation that's going to allow you to build up your firm and ultimately scale it and grow. So let's go ahead and dive on in, and we can talk about exactly what you need to do. All right, here are our 10 core principles, our 10 rules to be able to help you build that scalable, calm, and effective business that I know you not only want, but you also deserve. So we strongly believe in people before process. And I think this is even more true when it comes to AI and what we're seeing in the market right now. Every system needs to start with humans in mind. Your operations should be built in order to support people, your team, your clients, not to suffocate them. We want your team and your clients to thrive. And when they thrive, your business will also thrive. Number two, do no harm. This is obviously taken from the medical healthcare industry, but your structures shouldn't create stress. So we ultimately want you to design systems that are going to reduce friction. They're going to prevent the burnout of you and your team, and they're going to make your business flow, not freeze, not get stuck in places. It's just to make it ultimately easier and not harm people and other processes along the way. Number three is to always add value. If it does not have something where it's driving clarity or it's having impact or it's making things easier, it doesn't belong in your firm. These processes should not be making things stagnant. They should not be making things harder. Every process, every meeting, every tool should serve a very clear purpose that is going to help move the business forward. Number four is keep it simple. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes that we see firms make. Complexity kills progress. And the best operations are going to be clean, super, super clear, and easily repeatable. Simplicity is really going to be the fastest path for you to be able to scale your firm. And along those lines, consistency wins. So success is not going to be built by doing a little here and a little bit there. It's built in the habits of you and your team that you're doing every single day. Consistency is going to create the trust between you and your team, between your team and your clients. It's going to create that efficiency, and it's ultimately going to create that freedom for you to focus on your growth. All right, let's go on to number 6 here. All right, number 6 is to evolve on purpose. In the operating principles and the way we see it, the way we help our clients, there's no set it and forget it when it comes to operations. Businesses, especially in today's world with AI again, and all the tech that is evolving every day, businesses are growing. The tech is going to change. Your teams shift. Your systems need to move alongside with them, which means that they're constantly being looked at. They're constantly being questioned to answer the question of, is this still the right fit? And it's also continuing to optimize to make sure that we're continuously making improvements and making things better, to be efficient, to be a better leader, to have a better client experience, all of that. Number 7, right tech, right fit. Technology is a tool, it is not a strategy. So we choose the right platforms for the right processes. And these are tools that are going to enhance your workflows and, again, not overcomplicate them. And they need to be the right fit for not just your client base, but for your firm and for your team and ultimately your goals in your business as well. Number 8 is to bring the team with you. This one is so critical. It takes me back to my corporate days in dealing with change management. Your team needs to be part of the process to be able to buy in. And your system really, truly is not going to stick if you do not get the buy in of your team. The real transformation really is going to happen when your team understands what you're doing, they believe in it, and they have a role in helping to shape those operational changes. So, bringing them with you from the beginning as early as you can is going to give you that ultimate success in the operations that you're building. Number 9, clarity creates calm. We already know this. Chaos thrives in confusion. When everyone is clear on the plan, they know the priorities, they know the process, the execution is going to become ultimately pretty effortless or a lot easier overall. You want to make sure that that process, those changes, what's happening in your firm are crystal clear and everyone is on board as much as you can with what is happening so there's no confusion, there's no ultimately too many, questions that aren't really about things that are happening. You want to really create that calm to avoid that confusion. The last one is progress over perfection. Kind of in line with what I was saying before, we move forward, we refine as we go, we celebrate the momentum. Perfection is going to stall your progress, and it's impossible basically, anyways. But having consistency, creating iterative processes, iterative growth is going to ultimately create the real results that you are looking for. So these are not just things that are on a piece of paper, these are things that we actually do and that we actually believe in. Again, with my nearly 20 years of operations experience, these are the things that I know to be true and that I know are important when you are building out your operations or scaling up or getting it ready. I'm a fractional COO. I'm an operations partner. I would love to chat if you want to learn about how we can get these principles into your business, how you can build out your processes, build out your operations so that you can not just grow your firm, not just scale it, but really have a firm that you like, a firm that your team likes, and that you are happy with what you are doing. So if that's something you're interested in, go over to katietoscano.com, go ahead and book a call, and I will see you there.